Today we're going to try and talk about inclusion and how we can change or work on the culture of inclusion. We all know when we talk about an organization, a company, and we say, when you join the company, what's the culture of the company? What's the DNA of the company? Well, does your company and your team as a leader have the DNA of inclusion? We are trying to analyze that and figure out if we can create that. What do we need to achieve this? What we need is good HR policies. What we need is government interventions. Let's study and analyze this in the Indian context, because that's where I come from right now. The World Bank did a study in 2018 and found that India has amongst the lowest women labor inclusion or participation rates. Another study ranked India 108 in the 144 countries when it came to gender equality. The government took this quite seriously, and we started doing more analysis. I personally have been working in this area for about 12 to 15 years, and at that time when we were used to have these discussions, I was told there's not enough pipeline. Not enough girls taking up engineering. How do I hire them? Well, that problem seems to have, well, not resolved necessarily, but neutralized. Today, in the Asian markets, about 40 to 50% of women do take up engineering and come out of the graduating batches. Many of them top their classes. And all HR policies which go out and go into hiring do consider women to be part of the hiring policy. So we do have about 40 to 50% of women joining in the starting funnel, right? At the trainee level, apprentice level in the engineering space. As compared to inclusion, which is a culture which is fostered by behavior. Because of the diversity they bring in, my diversity statistics in my organization will naturally go up. My reports will automatically show better inclusion. Somehow they felt either they were getting paid little less or given a role that was just a little less than when they had left the organization. And these are the women who are striving to come back to the workforce, be part of your team, despite and because of all the personal environment they are in. If you're going to treat them that way, they don't want to be in that environment. They feel excluded. And then they go out and say, you know what, I have these skills, I have these capabilities, let's make it on my own. And they do. We all know being an entrepreneur is much tougher and much more hard work than being an employee of an organization. Many of them actually become very successful and earn a lot more than what the corporate would have offered. All you need to do is be aware of your team's demographic. Create a culture where people are measured on productivity and outcomes as compared to number of hours worked. And be welcoming to the diversity that comes because of the diverse people in your team.